I would like to introduce Associate Professor Radoslav Žitek from Slovak University of Agriculture. He is expert in field of the genetics and food analysis, and his first presentation or lecture is Innovative Analytical Tools for Food Traceability and Safety Assessment. Please.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm really honored to be here and have this presentation. I'm really glad that I can speak about our research, which is made in our Department of Food Hygiene and Safety, and our research is focused to innovation analytical tools for food traceability and safety assessment. Firstly, I want to tell you what it's going to be. So I want to be focused to food traceability, food adulteration, and of course, food safety. So these are three topics I want to speak about. Generally, why we are even bothered about traceability. So traceability is a well-known process. There is a lot of legislation around the process, and the consumers know everything about the meat they eat, about the process, about the slaughterhouses, about the shipping, and they need to have any possible information about all these steps of traceability. But there is one huge problem. There is a human touch in this process, and I don't know if you know what I mean. So there are some complications because humans, they generally want to alter the reality to their own costs. So let's say we have something like a product, and what consumers are interested in. So be honest, consumers, they are generally interested only interested in money. So, but there is a really small part of consumers, and they are also interested of origin of food in a certain situation. For instance, as today we have championships in hockey, so every Slovak person is interested in a Slovak Republic, so we want to buy our products and so on. But generally, there are some situations that the people they are afraid of products from another country. So in these days, it's for instance Brazil. So they are a little bit afraid of Brazil. So there are also consumers. They are focused to source of food. They want to buy just some species. It's because their religion or another purposes. But also in these days, the consumers, they are afraid of Brazilian chicken. So maybe the chicken is safe, but they don't want to buy it, and they don't want chicken in their products. So we need to solve these problems, and the problem is the origin of the food. So, what can I say? We are not so rich country, so to solve this problem, we need to use something what is cheap and something what is already there. So to solve this riddle, to know if this meat is originated from Slovakia, we need to use some data. So then what we got and what costs nothing. We have something what we call breeding legislation. So according to breeding legislation, let's say we have something like an animal, so it's this one, and if the animal is allowed to produce another generation of animal, the DNA of this animal is supposed to go to the DNA database. All these offsprings can one day become our foods. And all these animals are traceable to ancestor. So then we got another kind of information. There is a plenty of biodiversity research, which was done decades ago. So there's another source of information. We also have ISEC laboratories. So it's an association for International Society for Animal Genetics. So if you want to know something about another countries, you can ask them, and they have to give you some kind of information. And also there are some data about forensic data that are plus and minus accessible in certain conditions. So what these data has in common is that they are describing a Slovak population of animals. So now we just need to use a data mining and it's done. But it's really not so simple, because this is just a theory. So we try, if it's even possible. So we prepare a functional prototype. We cooperate with Slovak Association of Beef Farming, so we focus to venison. We get a grant. The first part was really funny because we traveled around the world. We collected samples from Slovak, Czech, Poland, Hungary, which is our near neighbors. Then we collect samples from huge producers of venison, which is Germany, England, New Zealand, and then we collect samples from Latvia, Estonia, and so on. We have more than 1,000 samples of deer. Then we create a database, and we optimize the data. Then we use data mining techniques, which are really, really suitable for a huge amount of data. And generally, we use a statistic technique which we call machine learning. So we try to learn machine how to classify our data. And after some months, we decided Bayesian network is the best way how to classify our data. And then we're able to say the animal is from Slovakia or not. And the error is less than 5%. So we can also say if the animal is from wildlife or from farm. There are many options how you can use this model. So this model costs quite nothing, because you can use a data that are already there, and you just need to use a really strong statistic techniques. So another field of our research is source of food. So generally, to find out what is the species inside in your food, these techniques were quite expensive, time-consuming, but these days are gone. So we are using now something like a macro chip. It's not a microchip, it's a macro chip because it's a little bigger. The technique is not time-consuming, it takes about 2.5 hours. The equipment is really easy, the firm is doing a really good job, and you don't need any special equipment. So you just wash it, and after hybridization, you can see the result by your eyes. You don't need any equipment. But if you have some extra money, so you can buy some equipment and some software, and after that, you will see some results. And the technology of the chip is quite the same. You've got in the corners, you got positive controls, there are 3 of them. In one of these corners there is a negative control, and each sample is traveling in duplicates. So in this chip you can see 3 animals, and the chip provides information about 25 animals at once. So it's a really nice technology, so we decided to use it. And we decided to analyze our favorite products from Slovakian market. We analyzed more than 100 products. As you can see, there is a ham, there is a salami, a hot dog, or pate. And generally, we consider the declared species of meat is not present in the product. We consider that that's a problem. So another problem we are focused to is if there is a species
in the product that was not mentioned on the packaging. So it's because both of these are against European legislation. They call it fraud, or they call it adulteration. So let's see the results. 79% of products in the Slovak market are fraud. So what's the problem? They give you something more that you are asking for. So they give you, you buy a cow and they give you chicken or turkey or pork, or in certain situations they give you cow meat. What about the salami? 60% of the salami is problematic. You buy cow salami, but there is no cow. That's quite a problem. And you also get something extra. Chicken, turkey, pork, cow, and so on. Sausages is an absolute disaster. 98% of sausages is fraud. There is cow and sheep missing, and there is always something more. And what about pate? It's the cheapest product. It seems to be better, but it's not, because there is a huge problem about authentication, and there is a huge portfolio of species that are added into the product without any information on packaging. So we asked what we did wrong. So we repeat it, and we repeat it again. We try to analyze it with old-fashioned ways of PCR, real-time PCR, but the results are still the same. So then we ask specialists for food, and they give us a clue. And the clue is that according to Slovak legislation, blood is a meat. So if you buy a meat product, they could put a dried plasma in it. So it's absolutely legal, because dried plasma is still a meat. But the problem is that if you buy a product from cow, you should have a cow plasma in your product, not chicken plasma. So that's a problem. That's a huge problem. And innovative ways of analysis of innovative analysis methods are able to solve this problem, or pointing this problem. The last part of our research is personalized food safety. So generally there is a lot of information about food safety, and all techniques are focused to toxin, microorganisms, heavy metals, antibiotics. So it's really well known, and I guess our food is quite safe. Generally, if you are buying a really safe food, could be bio, could be raw, could have any certificate, any possible certificate, there is still some kind of problem, and it's a food composition. Because in a food there is still something which could be a risk for you own. Because there is still some kind of gluten, there could be a selenium, some allergenic substances, or some substances like phytoestrogens, they acting as hormones, and you are not good with dealing with these substances. So let's explain. So the general question is coffee good? Because somebody tells that coffee is not good, and another research is telling that coffee is great, it's full of antioxidants. So how is it? So generally, if you drink a coffee, so you could be a slow or fast metabolizer. You also could perceive the bitterness of the coffee different ways. So you could have a decrease or increase perception of bitter, and after that, according to your genetics, you could have some kind of cardiovascular disease risk, which could be increased a little bit. And according to this information, coffee could be risk for you, or coffee could be absolutely okay. So where to find this data? So generally, we are using genome-wide research, and my favorite platform is this one. It's just because we use it. And we are analyzing more than 500 SNPs. So if you focus to more than 500 SNPs, it means 500,000 spot mutation. You can see quite a lot of information. Let's focus to one of them. So there is a chromosome 15, certain position, one spot mutation, one letter in a DNA. It's a gene, it's a CYP1A2. It's a certain position, about 75 nucleotides from the beginning of the reference sequence. ID of the mutation is known. So what could happen? So you could be AA homozygote, you can be heterozygote, AC in that certain position, or you could be a CC homozygote. So what does it mean? It means that if you are AA, you are a fast metabolizer of coffee. If you have a CC, you are a slow metabolizer of coffee. And if you are a fast metabolizer, you can deal with the coffee in an hour. If you are a slow metabolizer, you deal in coffee for 3 and 5 hours. So what does it mean? If I ask the model, am I good in digesting coffee? So I can give you something like genetic score. So if you are fast metabolizer, I give you 2 points because you are really good in detoxification of caffeine. And if you are a slow metabolizer, I give you O. So let's say you have some point in some certain spot of your genome, but it's not about one spot. It's about many of them. So according to coffee, there are associated many mutations that are somehow associated with the coffee. And there is a sum of genetic score. So you get something like a number. But what is it? The number means nothing if you have no idea about the population. So we have to simulate genetic score and distribution of genetic score in European population. And according to that, so this genetic score distribution is based on public data. It's nothing hidden, so it's about 1,000 genomes or BBSNP database. So as you can see here, the common genetic score for coffee is between 20 and 25. So if you get more, you can deal with the coffee a lot more faster. But if you have such genetic scores like I have, so 70, it means that you are a local extreme. You are not really good in dealing with coffee. So you could be at risk when you drink a coffee. So where all this information come from? GWAS, Genome-Wide Association Studies. There are plenty of public data. They are focused on micronutrients, micronutrients, minerals, vitamins, perception, xenobiotics or drugs, hazardous chemicals like alcohol or another. And all these data together can improve the information about human health. So, these are 3 goals we are dealing in our department, and I'm really glad that I can tell it to you. So, I really thank you for your attention, and if you have any questions, just don't hesitate and ask. Thank you.